Let's bring up your next comic, my man, Adam Z.
Don't be light on me, seriously, I don't give a fuck. You treat me like shit. Seriously, I kinda like it.
You like it?
I do, I'm into it. Especially from you at that table. Go on, bring it. I don't give a fuck. But it is kinda hard to find this place. Anybody have any trouble finding this little spot? I had to use Waze. Anybody else use Waze?
Yes.
I fucking love that bitch. She gets me everywhere I need to go. We fight like an old married couple sometimes, but it's all right. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, I got you. Just turn left here, it's gonna be all right. For me, I appreciate technology like that because it gets the job fucking done. Now, on the other hand, my Apple Watch reminds me a little too much of my overbearing immigrant parents. Nothing's ever good enough. Always need to do something. Eat, sit, shit, breathe. Right now, right now, right now. Be more like your brother, be more like your sister. Like, fuck you, Apple. Just leave me alone. Alexa, you can't trust her. Talk to her, she's a fucking snitch. Don't ever bring her around Baltimore. So, I think that just not trusting in technology like this is probably a sign that I'm getting a little too old. I don't know. I just turned 37 the other day. It's not too old. It's not too young. It's like midlife crisis time. So I'm alpha testing all those these days. So picked up skateboarding again, bought myself a mini ramp. The thing that I realized is that the older you get, the younger the activities that you keep going with, the worse you seem like a sexual predator. So I show up to the skate park, and I'm like the old dude there with long hair, bunch of parents and their kids. It just becomes a really uncomfortable situation when I ask if I can film their children skateboarding. So if I'm not careful with that one, I'll have to introduce myself to the entire neighborhood. So truthfully, I'll have to worry about my legacy. It's something that all older men have to do, all older people in general, right? You don't want to die in a stupid way. I don't want to die in like a vaping accident in a lightning storm. That's a terrible headline waiting to happen. Local ne'er-do-well dies in interesting vaping, lightning, mishap. Fuck that shit. I'd rather die doing something more aggressive. I don't know, maybe autoerotic asphyxiation. I mean, come on, think about it. Anybody ever thought about it? Never thought about it? And it's something you're willing to die for. You willingly go in masturbating with a thing around your neck, like, fuck it. If I get found like this, giant heart on, whatever. Don't give a fuck about my mom. Don't give a fuck about my dad. Whatever. It's like being in a gang or something, right? I mean, if you think about it, that's like masturbation level like 100. So you start at masturbation level 1. You learn as a young child from some Rafiki-like older kid who sims jizz all over your forehead. And that's a lot of power for a kid to wield. You really just don't know what you're doing. You're like a walking sex crime basically at all times. So it's really hard to learn discretion. But if you think about it, masturbation, porn, sex, all that stuff is really practice for the big game. What's the big game? Conception. Conception's fun, it is. But it's also really weird to tell a bunch of people that you're trying. We're trying to have kids. You tell your parents, you tell your friends, and all of a sudden the pressure's on. It's like I can't even fucking perform anymore. It's like taking free throws and you're just there like, just can't get it right. I never played basketball, so I don't even know if that's how you shoot a free throw. So anyways, I'm just there, thinking of all this pressure, trying to fuck my beautiful wife, and nothing's happening. So I know how she'll be like, come on, baby, you gonna come for me, babe? You gonna come for me, baby? And I'm like, I don't know. So I'll just have to close my eyes and start playing that, highlight reel of all the nastiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Come on, guys, you know what I'm talking about. Don't play me. We all have one. We all have one. But this is the thing, is that, when that pressure's on, I kind of need like untimed testing or something. Like my ADHD days. Well, I still have that, so. But again, you're telling all these people in your life that this super important thing is gonna happen. And for me, I start thinking about all those people, my parents, my coworkers, my friends. Suddenly I'm in there fucking my wife, pumping it. And they start showing up. Just like ghosts in a room. There's my dad, wink, gone, found, good job, son. My father-in-law massaging my shoulders, comfortably telling me, you got this. All my coworkers there just saying, cool, man, nice. Now I realize I just told all y'all that too, so I guess I'll see you the next time I fuck my wife.